Okay, the sweet little lady's voice there on my computer told me that the recording is in process. And so tonight we're going to do something uh, that seems repetitive, but I think it's worth doing. Uh, Repetition of things builds perfection. Uh, if you can remember the first time you ever tried to drive a nail, it was probably extremely awkward. But the more you repeated the process, the easier it got, and the more proficient you got at driving that nail, correct? So we're just going to consider that we're driving nails tonight, and we're going to actually work with our wealth strategies presentation, but we're going to break it down. We need to know that thing intimately. We need to know it on a level that we could basically almost recite it. And one of the strange things about this is that it's put together so well that no matter how many times you listen to it, whether it's my age because I'm 74, or if it actually works that way, but I actually catch little tidbits of something that I missed before. Because in that short video, there is a wealth of information that has basically changed this space. And I'm talking about this space of gold and silver forever. They have truly disrupted this industry. These co-founders, I was thinking back today of some conversations I'd had with Josh and how deep, deep rooted these people are in challenges. Matter of fact, I remember sitting in a seminar when he was teaching, and he was talking about his childhood and being in high school athletics. And and his coach told him one time, said, Josh, you're just cocky, but don't change nothing. See, because Josh had that attitude that he could do it. If nobody else could, he could do it. And it has served him well throughout life. Now, he's not rude with it, but there's a very thin line between confidence and arrogance. And Josh knows where that is. Uh, Zach is another person that is a younger kind of a version of Josh, not quite as extreme as Josh, but extreme by a lot of people's standards. So when those gentlemen say they said we couldn't do it, but we did it anyway, that is the personality trait that drives that force for those gentlemen to disrupt this space in a way that it has over 80 years has never been done any different. Then all of a sudden, here comes tools like the Sound Money Wallet, uh, and even now the Sound Money Wallet they were driving toward and getting back to their basics uh, of making sure that every person in this country and basically in the world has access to gold and silver on whatever their budget is. So now being able to fractionally purchase that gold and silver and put it in an auto draft form so that you can set it and forget it just like you did your auto saver and never have to worry about it again, other than keeping track of your debit or credit card. I've been working those a lot this week. Seems we had another glitch in the system. There was 4 or 5 people's coins that didn't process. And then I had 3 or 4 people, their coins that their cards had expired. And this is something you'll need to know too. And then I'll digress back to our subject matter. If you're working with someone in your downline, say, for example, their credit card becomes compromised and they go in and they put in a new card. Most people think that's all I have to do is, okay, I've got the new card in now and I've got it on file and it's set as my default. No, it takes one more step. And that's something I'm wanting to get with our training people and see if there's a way that we can put that somewhere so that it flags people. See, because if you're past, say you've got 3 or 4 days until you expire, or 5 days, I think that's when we first get our first notice. People will go in and they will put their new card in and then will mark it as default. But they do not fall back into their subscriptions and hit the process now button on that card. Because until you do, that card just sits there in limbo. Even though it's a default, that cycle has already went past that date. So it will not charge that card until the next month, which is going to be beyond the 5 days, which will cause you to go inactive. So whenever you're helping or coaching someone through the process of adding their new card and updating the information, setting it as default, always remember you have to bring them back to my subscriptions and hit the process now button to catch that coin that they missed that will keep them from going inactive. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. It's all about the time. I wish it would automatically retro go back and bill that card if it missed that cycle, but it doesn't. All right. So we need to do that. Now, for 80 years, again, things have been basically the same. And I almost forgot. I got to do our little disclaimer. So we're going to do it here. Okay. I'm a wealth strategist. I'm not a financial advisor. We teach people how to secure their wealth through physical assets such as gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and real estate. If you need financial advice or tax advice, we recommend that you reach out to your personal specialist for those type services. All right. So now we got that out of the way. So the autosaver is now also a bullion saver too. You can set it on autopilot just like you do your autosaver. So now you have the ability to have your defensive and your offensive strategy both on an automatic pilot system. Okay. So that's extremely cool. Another thing that is really cool that came out of this last meeting is now they have full functionality on the autosaver being stored in VaultMax. So you can reach out now to your autosaver. Help me, somebody. I'm getting blank here. Stack and Sell. You can reach out to Stack and Sell and ask them to store it for you. And that way you don't pay the shipping, you don't pay the insurance on it, and it's automatically stored in VaultMax for you. It's never touched by human hands. And now people say, what would be the advantage of that?
You listening?
Here is the advantage. You pay shipping to get that coin to you, and you pay insurance. So that's $10 or $12 you could save that you could build up over time and buy more gold or silver or whatever you want to do with, right? The other advantage to that is if you ever decide to sell that coin and you list it on Stack and Sell, the old process was, or the process that you would have to follow if you have the coins in your possession, which I have a lot of, is that we have a certain amount of time, I think it's 3 days, to get that coin shipped back to Stack and Sell, and then they deliver it to that customer. So then that's a second shipping and insurance fee. So shipping and insurance when it comes to me, shipping and insurance when I go back. That is eroding or eating away at your profit margin on your collectible coin. But if you're storing it in Stack and Sell, you eliminate both charges, because then the purchaser pays the shipping fee from Stack and Sell to get it to them. Okay. And they also pay the brokerage fee of Stack and Sell. So the buyer's going to pay brokerage fee, shipping, and insurance. You'd never have that obligation. Now, at any time you want to see that coin, they can pull it, show it to you, let you know that it's there. And also, if you ever decide you want it, then they will pull it and ship it to you. That is especially beneficial for people that are overseas, people that are outside the continental United States. Because a lot of countries, like I was talking with Liz and Craig last night, a lot of countries charge an extensive amount of tariffs and taxes. We talked in particular about Scotland last night, because Scotland is one of those. And believe it or not, I think Canada is right up there with them, if not above it on certain things. but Canada kind of breaks theirs out peculiar. Um, I think silver, they don't charge as much, but gold, man, they hit you heavy with gold. I don't know why they differentiate like that, but they do. Okay. So, uh, people that's outside the country, both of those tools are excellent for those people because it is sitting in that vault max. Okay. And up to $50,000 if they have the legacy is no storage fees on it. And there's currently at this time no storage fees, I don't think, on the collectible coins either. So those are great tools to take advantage of. Uh, Now, one of the common themes that came out the whole time is we're getting back to the basics, the dream of Richard Hanson to get this gold and silver into the average person's hands. A lot of people don't understand exactly what that does for us. That gives us independence. I was talking to a lady today, and her name was Virginia, and uh, and the lady, what she say she did something in biological energy or something like that. Very smart lady. Uh, and we were talking about the fact that most people don't comprehend the true value of precious metals and what it does for us. And one of the things that came out in that conversation is that it gives us our independence from the financial institutes of this country that have put us into servitude. See, as long as those banks, which by the way own gold and silver to back their loans, right? So as long as they have the gold and we don't, then who do we have to go to get a loan? We have to go to the people that's got the gold. See, that makes us subservient. That fiat currency has has captured the independence of this country, the financial independence of this country. Central banks, big government, they seek control in every method they can. The number two ways that you can control a population is through food and through currency. You know, in biblical times, uh, and even after biblical times, when Rome would come in and conquer a nation, the first thing they would do is take that nation's currency, they would melt it down and reissue it with Roman coinage, with Caesar's picture on it or his image on it. They took the identity of those people away because they took their currency away from them. Okay, so that's a way of identity theft also, is that you no longer identify as that individual. They do not want us to have gold and silver. If we have gold and silver, we don't need them. Uh, I can remember there's a time that even if, when I was a young man, if I went and got a small loan, I, I had to go to the bank, right? But now if I need a small loan, I don't go to a bank. I go to the vault. I have it. I have the gold and silver to back myself. I don't have to depend on that. And that is true financial freedom right there, my friend. That is true financial freedom. All right, so let me do a screen share. And we're going to play this, and we're going to stop at a couple of critical places there. And just kind of discuss it. All right, everybody see my screen? Craig, can you see my screen?
No, I see it says screen share, but I
It's
don't
not coming
actually
through
see
yet.
anything.
It's up now. I see it.
Oh, it's there
I
now.
see it.
Okay, it just took it a moment to load. Okay. All right, so let's find that video that I pulled up here. There we go. All right. Everybody see that? And I'm gonna make sure my volume's turned up enough there that should be able to hear it. I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to pause it in a few places so that we can discuss one of the things that Craig and Liz and I were discussing last night.
If you're watching this video, chances are you've got some questions about gold or silver. You know they're valuable, but maybe it feels complicated. You're not sure how to use them, where to start, or who to trust. Or maybe you already own gold or silver, but want a simpler way. That's exactly why we made this, to share what we've learned, so you can make confident decisions and take real steps toward building with gold and silver, and hopefully give you enough confidence to get involved. At 7K, our mission is simple. Put gold and silver into the hands of people who need it most. We are a North American all.
Now, that statement right there, that's Richard Hanson's dream right there. Put gold and silver in the hands of the people that need it the most. Who are the people that need it the most? Everyone. Everyone. We all need it.
Authorized gold and silver dealer located in the state of Idaho. For over a decade, we've worked to remove the friction, fear, and confusion for the first-time buyer, and to simplify the process for a seasoned stacker to add more precious metals to their portfolio. Gold and silver are everywhere in the news. Governments are stacking it. It's one of the most significant asset classes on Earth, and people across the globe are paying attention. But why? Let's start with a quick look at our modern money system. In 1913, the US dollar was backed by gold and had full purchasing power. But when the government detached it from gold in 1971 and started printing like crazy, the dollar lost over 97% of its value. That's inflation. And you felt it from the grocery store to your energy bill. Fiat currency is money created by governments with no real backing, just paper we've agreed to trust. And every time they print more, your dollars buy less. That's where sound money, a better name for gold and silver, comes in. It's been a trusted store of value for thousands of years. The wealthy have used it to preserve and grow wealth, and so do banks and governments. They know what it's worth. Let's look at a simple comparison. 5 years ago, if you saved $1,000 in the bank, inflation would have eaten away at its value. But if you'd use that same $1,000 to buy gold or silver, that gold would be worth over $1,900 today. The silver, over $2,000. Would that knowledge have changed your strategy? Probably. So why doesn't everyone do this? Because gold and silver got too complicated. People don't know how to use it, sell it, or even where to start. That's where we come in. We've made owning gold and silver.
That is a key component right there. You notice she said people don't know how to use it. And that's something I talk to people all the time about. All gold and silver is not created equal. Different types, different forms have different purposes. If you've watched 7K Wealth Strategies, you've learned that. If you watch Bob Reed's trainings, especially the one on constitutional gold and silver, you have learned that it's not created equal. So if you just go out there and buy willy-nilly, how do you know you're getting what you need for the purposes that you want to have with that gold and silver? Our training program, to me, is one of the most valuable things that we have in our toolkit. Buyer certification, collector certification, I always end there when I'm signing a new person up. I admonish them, what's your buyer certification first, what's your collector certification second? Because they could watch the collector certification and stop and say, oh, I got it now. No, you don't. There's more than collectible coins. But the buyer certification tells you about all the different forms first. Then you could go hone in, do that little narrow dive down onto the collectible coins. That's why I do it. I want it to have a greater impact that way. All right.
Simple, accessible, and smart. As a 7K member, you'll get tools that help you start stacking with confidence, starting with Sound Money Wallet, the foundation of our basic membership. Here's what it unlocks. First, fractional gold and silver purchases on any budget. Although we handle purchases in the millions, you don't have to have large amounts of money to buy gold or silver anymore. You can literally start with $1. Next, safe, secure, insured storage. No private safes or extra security systems at home required. Also, quick and easy buyback at top prices. No haggling, period. Lastly, fast, reliable shipping if you want it in hand. Sound Money Wallet solves the traditional pain points of buying and holding metals. It's a fresh take on the most time-tested form of money. And remember, there's no speculation here, only physical assets. Sound Money alone costs $199 a year. With our
Now, they're covering so much ground so fast. I'm gonna break down a little bit of what she's saying. She said there's no speculation here. Anybody on the call know what she's referring to? Come on, people. Did I put you to sleep? Jerry, any idea?
The no speculation was with, I mean, what was the whole phrase?
She said
N-
only physical assets, no speculation here.
Right, so it's physical. It's not like you're wondering what the dollar's worth or you're wondering what the crypto's worth. It's real sound.
No, close, but that's not it. Greg, I see
Okay.
you on mute. You want to give it a shot?
I know speculation came up with Richard Nixon, where the foreign countries were. He called them speculators, so that probably isn't it. He called them speculators because they weren't trusting that the dollar was being backed by gold, and so they wanted their gold back.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Stephanie, Liz, one of you ladies want to give it a shot?
Well, like Jerry, I was thinking about the crypto um, not being necessarily something you could put your trust in because it's not physical, but I guess that's not it.
Okay. Nope, that's not it. Kathleen, want to give it a shot?
Okay, what was the question? Sorry.
On this, when she says no speculation here, what's she talking about?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so here's what she's talking about. If you go to the stock market right now and you buy gold and silver commodities, if you buy it on the stock market, you're speculating for two reasons. One is you're speculating that it's going to increase. The other is that you're speculating that you're getting what you're purchasing, and that is not true. The U.S. Trade Commission tells those companies that are selling that on the market that they only have to have 60% of the inventory they're selling. So you're purchasing 40% less than you're actually spending. You're speculating. That's what they're talking about. So why go buy 60% of something you can come to 7K and buy 100% of it? There's no speculation. You get exactly what you're purchasing. If you buy a dollar's worth, you buy $10,000 worth, you're getting that much in physical assets. There's no paper there. There's no percentage there other than 100% of what you buy. So that's what she's talking about. Most people, you would be surprised the wealth of people in this world that own gold and silver commodities in the stock market and think that they own 100% of what they're purchasing. If they buy $100,000 worth of gold stock, they think they have $100,000 worth of gold. They do not. They've only got $60,000 worth. And that's a whole nother lesson. Matter of fact, if y'all go back, one of the people I follow that I uploaded some of their trainings on and some of their comments. It may have been the ball guy or one of the others. I forget who it was, but he brought that up in his training and talks that that is the worst way to buy gold or silver is on the stock market.
Our basic membership, you'll get Sound Money Wallet with up to $1,000 in free storage through our Vault Match facility for less. But we're more than a gold and silver dealer. We're an educator.
Oh, by the way, you see that robotic arm for y'all that weren't at the meeting? That is our actual stack and sell autonomous robot. It is never touched by human hands. It picks it up, scans it, and puts it in your personal storage facility and bin.
Platform. Our buyer certification teaches you the basics of stacking, while the collector certification opens up the exciting world of collectible gold and silver, exclusive, limited edition coins with stories, beauty, and real value. We've spent the last decade building the most robust marketplace around collectibles. And as a member, you get exclusive access. You'll also get tools to track and sell your collectibles through Stack and Sell, our secure trading platform. Want to supercharge your stacking? That's where Instant Gold Pay comes in. For every new 7K member you refer, we'll thank you with up to $80 in pure gold, deposited directly into VaultMax and visible in your Sound Money wallet. We don't do flashy ads. We'd rather pay you to spread the word. And if you refer 4 people within your first 14 days, we'll add up to $500 in cash rewards. On top of the goal, no pressure. Sharing is totally optional. If you'd rather stack quietly, that works too. All of that comes with our basic membership. You can see that it's well worth over $400 for all the platforms here, but it's only a one-time $149, less than your annual Amazon Prime bill or premium Netflix subscription. And if you want more, go Legacy. Legacy members get everything basic offers plus $50,000 in free storage instead of $1,000, more gold upfront, unlimited collectible tracking, and a Sound Money metal matching bonus. Every time someone you refer buys gold or silver, you get up to 1% of it automatically in real metals. Whether it's 1% of 1,000 or 1 million, you won't want to miss out on free Sound Money. If you like the idea of up to $50,000 in free physical gold and silver storage in the secure VaultMax vaults, or the Sound Money metal matching bonus, the Legacy can't be beat. So it's either the basic for $149 or the Get It All Legacy for $599. Just pick the one that makes the most sense for you right now. Once you've chosen a membership, you can take it even further with optional subscriptions. 7K Pro gives you even more exclusive access to collectibles, plus ongoing education through 7KU, with life mastery topics from finance to mindset and precious metals. All of these will help you level up. This is an easy $59 a month. You will get immediate access to this for at least 15 days for free. Then you can keep it or switch to another subscription you might like better. Wealth Built.
Now, part of that 7K Pro is one of the training classes in there that teaches you the method for paying off your bills and becoming debt free. It is done by a couple that specialize in that they built and designed that. They have their own company that does that, but we do it with 7K as part of our membership. It costs us no more. So it's basically a free thing that they charge for.
Automate your monthly stacking. Just set the date and dollar amount and let it run. Take a look at what would have happened if you would have set your wealth builder to purchase $100 in gold every month over the last 3 years. The real key to winning in this system is automation. You automate your monthly bills so you don't miss them. Why not automate paying yourself first to start hitting your goals without thinking about it? AutoSaver sends you a premium collectible coin each month. No guesswork or effort required. These tools turn gold and silver from a someday idea into a steady strategy that fits your life. So what's your next step? Pick the membership that fits your goals. If you've got questions, talk to the person who invited you. Last thing, we mentioned this earlier, and it may or may not be for you, but it's fair for you to know. We have a way for you to get whichever membership you choose paid for quickly. It's like
Now this is, excuse me, this is the section here that I want us to pay very close attention to. This is the one I brought to Greg and Liz's attention last night because they were talking with some friends they know or associates they know that are entrepreneurs. And an entrepreneur will get this. I mean, to them, this is a no-brainer. Okay? How the kids say it, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
likely you are already thinking of 4 or 5 people you know who might want this information. Remember the instant gold pay? For every legacy membership you refer, we will pay you $80 in gold instantly. That adds up quickly. And if you bring 4 in the first 14 days after you pick a membership, we are willing to pay up to $500 in a cash reward on top of that gold.
All righty there. Do the math. 820. And what did you pay for the membership? $5.99.
Okay. That's $320 in gold and $500 in cash. That's over $800 back in your pocket. Again, this is optional. And if you like that, but want more, we do have other ways where you could scale this program to earn even more rewards consistently over time. For now, let the person who shared this information with you know which membership you'd like. And welcome to 7K, where real assets meet real confidence. If you're watching this video,
All right.
chances are you've got.
I was going to do it again. All right. So let me get this stopped. And we're going to stop the screen share and we're going to stop the recording. Oh, look at there. I shared that last night with Liz and Craig.
Yeah.
Fear the beards. Oh, it's too funny. He's proud of that t-shirt. Stop the share. And let's stop the recording.